Welcome to Video Game Bullshit.
Another thing that I do with the homework is I make a perler bead to go along with each one.
Yeah, those are cool.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah, those are really nice.
My daughter actually does her own little perler beads that are hilarious with it.
That's awesome.
This one was ridiculously huge. The perler bead is gigantic. It was really ridiculous freaking perler to make. The irony is if you go to any conventions, there's people who just sell perler beads now at these gaming conventions. They make a business out of it.
It's a lot of work and time, unless you really enjoy it.
It's amazing how much kind of handmade craftiness has come out of the collecting community.
Yeah, a lot of creativity there.
Well, hell, like the whole CIB releases are handmade crafty stuff.
Oh yeah, everyone now has... No one has loose carts anymore.
Mm-mm.
Everyone has, like, look at my clamshell case with my printed, my my printed cover.
And that's what I even started doing with, like, certain, like, SNES games, like Space Megaforce or R-Type 3 or, like, Ghoul Patrol. I'm like, well, I'm just going to get the shell because I'm never going to get the box.
See, I don't see the point of that. I'd rather have the authenticity of just having I have the loose cartridge. That's what it is. I don't need to make something or pay someone else to give me that so it all looks uniform on the shelf.
Yeah, I don't really have a shelf. I have lots of shelves, but for those, I like the artwork on the front.
See, and I've actually done both. I've actually done both to where I did the Universal Game Case thing a long time ago and had all my Nintendo games in Universal Game Cases. It looked great on the shelf. However, it takes up a ton of space.
Yeah,
and
it does.
I started getting into actually rental displaying the boxes.
Yeah, like
and I would rather have the authentic boxes.
You know, it's kind of funny.
Oh, me too.
I had, like, 15 years ago, maybe a little less, whatever. I stole a bunch of Universal Game Cases from work. I had all my Super Nintendo games in them. And they didn't have artwork because they don't have the inserts or anything. They're just... Yeah. And then a few years ago, I took them out and I had them stacked. And it's like, what am I going to do with all these stupid cases? I threw them away. It's like, damn, now I could have sold those things.
Yeah, they are worth a decent amount. Even the little plastic old ones.
Yeah.
Say, like, Nintendo or Super Nintendo. But I think from what I was doing, it was kind of like, I have all the NES games, like, that are just kind of, not worth a lot, but they're just normal games. Those, I just have loose cartridge because, as Jeff said, they take up so much space when you put them in the box. So you almost have to have like a huge room for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, like, I didn't want to get it in bulk, so I only got it for a few special ones, and I was like, I'll display this like with the artwork facing out. And that was the thing that me and Jeff thought was amazing. Like, the old like rental places had the artwork facing outward. It was just such a blast from the past to like have that, because the artwork of those games was really the key to getting your attention. Like, the first thing you saw, you're like, oh my god, like that looks sick. Like, I gotta check this out.
And the irony is that like my wife came up with that idea, and then me seeing that in my collection is what spurred me to wanting to have a guide to view that, and then I made that whole freaking book because of that idea. It all branched to, hey, I want a collector's guide that has all the artwork and screenshots, because I want to be able to compare them, because the art looks different than the screenshot on many of the Nintendo games.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, and what I will support to the grave are those box protectors for, like, the NES boxes.
No, those are good.
Oh my god.
I need to get some of those.
Those are sick. Like, the way that they look is... It can take something that's, like, crushed to make it, like, beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah, because it gets that little bit of sheen, so you don't really see kind of the worn corners anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not smushed together, too, on the shelf. They're not, like, smushed. Yeah.
I don't actually mind wear and tear in a box if all the artwork is intact.
It's kind of cool.
It actually shows the character, and then when you put it inside the box, it's uniform and fits with your collection.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely have... My boxes are not mint. But I like them that way. They have... someone owned this. Someone played it, and it still survived until it came to me, and then my 2-year-old has been running his Hot Wheels on the... I really need to get some cases.
my daughter knows better. She's now almost 4. She knows better, but she plays with the amiibos now. So She's good. She's good on that. She never really got into playing with my collection because when we moved houses, she didn't know the basement existed.
Okay.
And it somehow worked. Like, she never found the basement until we moved. And then she's like, what's this? And she found a whole other room as we were moving everything out. And I'm like, that's where my game collection was. That's just so funny, though.
How mind-blowing for a child, like...
Yeah, like, oh my god, a whole world down there.
There was another world back here.
Oh.
But
It was
when
Narnia.
you were talking about Narnia, yes.